Hey guys, MZ here, and welcome to Lucy, the Eternity She Wished For. Now, this is a bit of a departure from what I've done in the past. Um, this game I've watched for quite a little while. Um, Basically, as soon as I heard, or as soon as they first started releasing little tidbits of it, I started watching it on account of I was interested in the subject matter. It kind of hits close to home for me as far as it brings up a lot of questions, and it makes me kind of self-examine, I guess. And it's really kind of stuck in my head ever since I first heard about this game that I want to do a playthrough on this. And the devs were nice enough to say, "Hey, yeah, you know what? Go ahead, have fun." And I will have a link to the Steam page in the description. But I just want to say thank you so much right now for clicking on the vid. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I know I'm going to. And yeah, without without further ado, let's get this started. I'm really excited because this has to do with technology and robotics and the three laws of robotics. And not only that, but it has to do a bit with artificial intelligence and virtual intelligence, which for me right now kind of are something I've been pondering. I've really been thinking a lot about these things. And yeah, so this may very well be a great emotional roller coaster ride, and I'm really looking forward to it. What we got going on here? I just want to close my eyes. The thought enters my mind as I walk down a busy street. All the brightly lit digital billboards and neon signs, covered from top to bottom with 3D holograms. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Emitting various ear-splitting sound effects. They're all giving me a headache. I feel like I could collapse at any moment. This is the display of the IT superpower of Korea. Excuse me. The constant and in-your-face technology underlines our nation's claim to fame. There have been many drastic and all-encompassing changes in the last few years, and being a person who cherishes nature, I despise these changes. Aw, don't be like that. That is why I just want to close my eyes. Blinking doesn't change anything. Everything appears even brighter than usual. I might just be feeling a bit off, or a little off. Maybe it's the weather. I decided to take a shortcut to avoid being overwhelmed. It's a place that will take me away from the blinding lights. I've chosen to take my secret path home. Oh, so you got a nice little, forest path or something you take, buddy? That'd be pretty cool. He does have a point, though. I mean, those neon signs and everything, oh man, they hurt after a little while. Phew. I finally breathe a sigh of relief after managing to escape the chaos of downtown. I half expect ghosts to pop out at me as I make my way through the shady park path. The buildings nearby are all filthy and worn down, with only a few inhabitants around. It seems that I haven't fully escaped the noises from downtown. The industrial noises from factories and construction work continue to ring in the air, but that's fine. At least my eyes can take a rest. A massive building on the side catches my attention. K Robotics Company Limited. That's probably what it would say on the main gates. Although I've never cared much about this place, I've at least heard of it. They've put out various models of robots which are renowned worldwide. I see them on the news quite often. My classmates are always talking about them. They're especially amazed about their androids. Personally, I don't know much about robots. In this generation, it's impossible to stay away from technology whether I like it or not. I don't particularly care much about it, though. I'm the kind of person who prefers analog clocks over digital, pianos over synthesizers, acoustic guitars over electric, and finally, real people over androids. So he's technophobic, I guess? I turn my attention back to the sidewalk. I continue towards the hidden path leading to their junkyard. Naturally, this is private property, so no one's allowed to enter. But this is nothing to a troublemaker like me. Yeah, he's technophobic. I wonder if he carries a phone. I do know some people who are technophobic, and they don't even carry cell phones. It's kind of funny. I mean, not to make light of them. I mean, it's their choice to dislike technology. I'm not going to knock them for it, but it does seem kind of odd to be like, oh, I forgot my phone. Hey, do you have... Oh, that's right, you don't have one. You know, that conversation always a little awkward. Here it is. The graveyard for all their failed experiments. In the past, I've seen small tin can-like robots scurrying around and taking apart various objects. Only the more costly parts are recycled, while the cheaper ones are turned into scrap. Well, that's depressing. Everything here is automated. There isn't anyone actually watching over the place. Just a guard robot and several worker robots silently carrying out their duties. If spotted by the guard robot, a siren is activated. I've personally never run into any trouble, though. After all, robots are fundamentally stupid. You can't really judge them like that, dude. Seriously. They're designed to do a job, and they carry out their programming. They're not like humans who get distracted. Even with the guard robot, as long as I'm a bit careful, I can sneak by without issue. This is where the big company dumps all their stuff. I heard you can find some real goodies from time to time. Only if you're lucky, that is. Pretty sure that guy from my class told me something along those lines. I've already scoped this place out on previous trips. I've never had a good find, though. Guess it's just my luck. Or I can't tell what's useful or not. Probably the latter. Since my familiarity with robots is quite poor. Whatever. I didn't come here to hunt for treasures anyway. This is only a shortcut home. If I walk straight through the middle, I can shave off almost 10 minutes. Isn't it kind of dangerous to be wandering through a scrapyard, though? I mean, seriously? Guard robots or not, you got heavy machinery, crushers, incinerators, conveyor belts. All sorts of bad things can happen, you know? The reward outweighs the risk. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one, dude. If only I could just ignore the loud noises and the no trespassing signs scattered all over the place, though. I have no reason to care about the pile of scrap around here. As usual, I quickly make my way through the junkyard. Huh. However, today was a little different. Something had caught my eye. A faint figure in the distance. I can't be sure, but it looks like a person in a place like this. A woman. There appears to be an unconscious woman lying on the ground. She's not moving. Maybe she's hurt somewhere. Uh-oh. Call forensics. We gotta get CSI down here. Or something worse. I start to grow a bit concerned. Had I just stumbled upon a crime scene that might end up on tomorrow morning's headline news? I have to find out what's going on. I'm going in for a closer look. What, are you like plugged into the net or something? Yeah, Roger, this is Protag 1. This is Protag 1. We've got a suspicion on the horizon. Going in to take a look. I'm sorry, that was mean. I dashed towards the fallen maiden to lend assistance. But wait. It appears that I was mistaken. It wasn't a woman that was lying on the ground after all. Ugh. I was fooled. Oh, no you weren't. That looks like a woman to me. But something strikingly similar. Two eyes closed tightly shut, sparkling silver hair. From afar you could mistake it for a person. Its features are almost lifelike. An android. That's what was lying there. Useless piece of junk. Don't scare me like that. Why? Dude, you gotta be a dick? Seriously? I mean, come on. I've never actually owned an android before, though I've seen quite a few around me. They say that an android is nearly indistinguishable from a person from just a glance. That's how advanced our technology has become. To prevent confusion, androids are imprinted with serial codes. Each model has its own unique number. I spot the android's code located near her belly. I blow off the dust to get a closer look. It reads P.I. PIM 001. Number 1. With a design that I've never seen before. She's probably a prototype or a... yep, maybe it's a prototype. It's probably a prototype or a alpha version. It looks brand new. If so, then what's it doing here? Maybe this was one of the failed experiments. It's caked with dust from head to toe. All in all, it's a pretty sad sight. It also hasn't moved a single inch. Looks like it's out cold. Or, maybe it's deactivated, or maybe it's out of power. Just a thought. Hey, wake up. Curiosity gets the better of me. I decide to test it out. I do know that voice recognition is a standard feature for all androids nowadays. Assuming everything is working properly, it should respond to my voice. No response. Hey, say something. Still nothing. Come on, they're gonna cut you open at this rate. I deliver a light kick to the robot's leg. Dude, really? You're just gonna kick her while she's down? Jerk. Whoa. Ooh. Creepy empty eyes. Upon contact, it starts to show a sign of life, accompanied by a collection of bleeps and bloops, the arms starting to spasm. Its movements are quite rigid. It's full of dust, man, come on. It's like the scene from a... the scene looks like it was plucked straight out of an old sci-fi film. It's probably running on reserve power. Yeah, exactly. I guess it's still got a bit of juice left. Its unstable movements start to make me feel a bit nervous. The light in its eyes have yet to return. I begin to spot a pattern in its actions. It looks as if it's greeting me with a wave, trying desperately to keep my attention. It probably knows where it's at and what's going to happen to it if it stays there. I glance around. I hear a screeching sound nearby, the sound of metal being crushed. It's probably those little robots doing their jobs. I can tell that they're close. They'll probably reach this place in less than 10 minutes. And shred this android into 1,000,000 pieces. Its existence will soon come to an end. I kind of feel sorry for this thing. I begin to sympathize with the robot, because I realize just how much trouble it was in. Despite being dusty, it's still in pretty good shape. With a bit of cleanup, it would look as good as new. If it hadn't been thrown out, it would surely still have... I can talk. If it hadn't been thrown out, it would surely still have been in service. I wouldn't know what this robot is made for, but I wonder why it never saw its debut. All of the labor used to create this robot will go to waste. All of the sweat and tears poured into creating this robot will go down the drain. All of the cutting-edge features it could have offered will never be realized. And as far as I could see, with a little bit of tinkering, it just might become usable. Half of me is staring at the robot in pity, and the other half is calling me an idiot for doing so. It's not like I really need an android in the first place, anyway. I've never liked them. For me to actually keep one at home and use it, it's unthinkable to say the least. Dude, why? Seriously. And more importantly, I don't know how my father will react to this. I prefer classical music over rock, classical literature over pulp fiction, and finally, humans over androids. Well, just because you prefer people doesn't mean androids are inherently bad. Let's face it, I have no use for an android. Eventually, this robot will be scrapped and recycled for new parts. It's just like how herbivores are eaten by carnivores for survival. Only the strongest survive. And that's the way it should be. Sorry, dude. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. Seriously. That's a debate for another day. Uh-oh. Busted. Alert. Intruder detected. Damn. I've been spotted by that guard robot, the most troublesome one. If I hesitate any longer, I'll be caught and taken away. I gotta go. See ya. Oh, that's cold, dude. With those cold words, I make my way out of the junkyard. You're a dick. Seriously. You just gonna be that way to her? Golly. It's so messed up. Oh, this is an interesting room. What are those? Like green cherries or persimmons or something? Those curtains? What the hell? Dude, you need some new curtains. Seriously. There must be something wrong with me. Why? Oh, yes! Oh, good on you, boyo. Even while taking a great risk, I ended up bringing the android home. It's always been a bad habit of mine to act on a whim. I'm already starting to regret it. But I decided to take some time to clean the robot anyway. I'm really surprised, though. It looks practically brand new now. I was nervous about cleaning it at first, because I thought using water might ruin its chassis. Yeah, right. You were worried because it's a female android, and you don't want to be a pervert. But then again, I would have probably just thrown it away if it broke down anyway. What? You go through all that trouble to bring it home just to frickin' throw it away? Really? It doesn't look like there are any glaring issues for now. It seems like I've made the right choice of bringing it home. And besides, it wouldn't make sense for such a premium model to not be waterproof. That's not the only problem here, though. I can't figure out how to communicate with this thing. Hey, you. Its arms begin to flail. Show me a trick. What? Really? Oh my gosh. Wow, you are an idiot. Can you imagine just walking up to somebody, especially a dude walking up to a girl, being like, hey, show me a trick. I'm pretty sure she would either slap you or punch you so hard your face would turn around. Come on, anything? If you don't want to be thrown away again, just show me something. Don't tell me moving your arms is all you can do. If you don't say anything soon, I'm seriously going to toss you out. Yeah. I let out an exasperated cry. This was no better than talking to a brick wall. This is why I hate machines. They're stupid. Especially the one in front of me, which in particular seems to be 1,000,000 times dumber than the others. I'm starting to get a little ticked off. Dude, you just got her out of a freaking junkyard. She's probably on reserve power. You might have, quote-unquote, cleaned her up. But I'm pretty sure you didn't get all the dirt. Just saying. Why did I even bother with this thing? Don't do something you might regret. This old saying has never been wrong. Now that I think about it, it's probably operating under reserve power. Maybe it just needs a recharge. That might do the trick. Yeah, hello, thank you for finally thinking. Well, thinking constructively anyways. I start to get up, but only to pause thereafter. There's another issue. Hey, where am I supposed to plug this cord into? I've never used an Android. Excuse me. I've never used an Android before, so obviously I wouldn't know. Maybe your nose? Oh, jeez, you pissed her off. Good job, man. Maybe it, maybe it was just my imagination, but its arms seemed to flail more rapidly. Perhaps it's trying to tell me that I'm wrong. I imagine the android with an electric cord up its nose. It'll be quite a sight. No, I'm not going to go through all that effort of picking her up out of the scrapyard, dodging a guard robot, possibly going to jail, just to damage her by jamming an electric cord up her nose. It's messed up. Do not try plugging it in. Then how should I power this thing? I examine the robot carefully. Maybe I've missed something. Huh? It's starting to jerk its body from side to side. It seems like it wants to turn around. Is there something on your back? Taking the hint, I glance at the base of its head. I squint my eyes. Could this be... Upon a closer look, I spot a small compartment at the base of its neck. I remove its protective lid. Inside, I find what look to be a number of input ports. Bingo! Guess I'll try connecting it to one of these. I drag out the cable from a corner of my room. Without hesitation, I plug it in. So wait, he just magically has a robot recharge cable in the corner of his room? But he hates robots. What? Anyways. Oh, we got power.
メインシステムの起動成功
Oh, sweet. Finally, a response. It worked.
アプリケーション起動失敗
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the app failed to start. Huh?
電力不足システムのプロテクション起動中アプリケーション起動不可節電モードに移行
Oh, sorry, dude. The power supply for your home isn't strong enough to help the
警
android.
告所有者が登録されていません
Uh-oh, and you're not registered.
5秒後に所有者登録に移ります5、4、3、2、1
What the heck is going on? She's registering you, dude.
正門確認一体何が始まるんだ正門記録完了
Well, pick your words carefully, dude. She's listening. What? Hold on a sec. I frantically latch onto the robot. Whoa.
指紋確認脈拍正常体温正常指紋登録完了
So she's collecting all of our biometric data. Say what now? I let go of the robot immediately. Oh, dang.
視覚情報スキャン視覚情報確認イメージ登録完了
It's doing a bunch of things, and I don't think it's about to stop anytime soon.
名前を登録します
Well, yeah, dude. If you wanna... She's a robot. You're gonna have to register. You gotta tell her your name, give her your biometric data, probably even some blood or some skin or some hair or something.
所有者のお名前は何ですか
Ooh. What is happening?
名前を確認します
You moron. You don't listen to commands very well, do you? She said state your name.
所有者の名前はなんだよ一体って間違いありませんか
What do you think?
名前の登録失敗
Why Why are you yelling at her, dude? You're the one that can't follow frickin' directions.
繰り返します。名前を登録します。所有者の名前は何ですか？
He stays silent, you jerk.
名前の登録失敗。ステータス登録の保留完了。以上で所有者の登録を終了します。
Sorry. Keep interrupting you. Well, at least the registration is complete, even if, he's a jerk and didn't tell her his name. You should've... Come on, man. Simple instructions. State your name. And this probably would have been over, like, right now. And just like that, all was silent once more. It felt as if a tornado had just ripped through the scene. I gripped my head in frustration. I really shouldn't have brought this thing home after all. This is already the third time regretting it today. Why do I keep punishing myself? The robot is facing towards me. Its eyes still retain a vacant look. Well, because you didn't finish the registration process properly. I wonder if this is supposed to be normal, but at least it is starting to move. I decided to throw a few questions at it. Hey, I'm going to ask you something, so listen up and try to answer. You can do that, right? Wow, you're still going to be a dick, aren't you? Its head tilts slightly to the side. I suppose it can move more than just its arms now. It's not much, but at least we're making some progress. Let's do this. And on that note, we're going to do this next time. There we go. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this little intro into Lucy. And yeah, like I said, I'm sorry guys if I seem distracted. I'm so excited to play this and get into this. I've got so much going on in my head trying to keep things straight so that way I can talk coherently and not be a jabbering idiot, which that's an argument for another day. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you'll continue following with me as I play this. And until next time, take care of yourselves. I hope you have a good day, and